Gabby Sidibe. We're going to talk about a book. It was so funny. I loved it.
Okay, let me tell you guys.
I
There's a
loved
glare
it.
for my glasses, but I guess I don't need to be able to see for this.
No.
Let me remove my flop. So listen, I downloaded this on audiobook, and I wish I hadn't.
First time.
Listening to Gabourey Sidibe's voice for 8 hours drove me fucking nuts. Like, I was like, I don't even want to finish this at this point. Like, let me go buy the paper book. But since I had already paid for the audiobook, I dealt with it. But I do not like audiobooks. I don't care. Well, and I don't know if it was just her voice. Because I don't think I would have got tired. I didn't get tired of Tiffany Haddish's voice. Nothing against you, Gabby. Your story was good. But I 8 hours.
Gabby, I loved it. And I loved it because all her tones, I'm like, where Gabby at? Because me and her are about to be friends. So her book is called...
So you think you and Gabby would be friends?
Absolutely. Her book is called This Is Just My Face, Try Not to Stare. She's so sarcastically funny, and I can be too.
Okay, this is the thing. She is sarcastically funny, which I enjoy sarcasm
Me too.
as much as any person. But I think she would be a really cool girl. But you know, one of those girls that you think is really cool girl, but it's just like, we ain't friends though. Like, we cool. Hey, how you doing, girl? You cute. But you can't be like, we talk. And because this is the thing, I would end up offending her because she's sensitive. She's also that type of sensitive that doesn't let you know you hurt her feelings. She'll kind of like mask it, act like she's not hurt, and then go tell somebody else her feelings hurt, and that would bother the shit out of me. Like, bitch, if I hurt your feelings, why you didn't just say, girl, don't call me that?
She don't want to be called big.
I don't even know what to say to that, so I'm not going to comment at all. But, yeah, Gabby, I think you're awesome. I loved your story.
I loved it.
I loved your story, and I think you're awesome.
So this point that stood out to me, Gabby talks about her struggle, and y'all got to read the book. And I highly recommend this book.
Read the book, because it is a good book.
So... what I will say is that what really pissed me off in the story is when she talks about how she takes care of everybody in her family.
Yeah.
Her mother, her father. She said, when I finally got money from her movie, the one with Precious, yes. When she finally got her paycheck from Precious, she just wanted to give back to her family. So she started paying her mom's rent and her dad's. She talked about how now she handicapped her family, and she takes care of her brother who has some type of blood disorder or something. But she talks about how now she started to do that as something she wanted to give back to her family, and now she's handicapped them. She says she thinks if she didn't give them what they needed, that they wouldn't be able to survive without her. So, let me tell you why this stood out to me. First of all, let me just say this, Gabby. This is a point to you. If you cut them off, they will not die. They will survive. They may struggle.
Oh, no, not I! I will survive!
They may stumble. They may fall. But they will not die. Because you know what? It's unfair to you, sis. And you're handicapping them. And you're making them dependent on you when that's not how it should be.
And I think she knows that.
And she knows that. So let me tell you, don't feel bad about yourself if you say no. Don't feel bad about yourself if you say no. Don't feel bad about yourself if you say no. Matter of fact, call me. I'll tell them no. I'm pissed off, shit.
I really wasn't that pissed off about that.
I was mad.
I mean, I was upset, but I really wasn't that pissed off about it because I feel like that's something that you could nip that in the bud.
No, because I was pissed off because I deal with this all the time. When people think you got just a little bit of something, they will try to come get it.
And you know what's crazy?
And no. They think they entitled to it.
And if you don't, people think you're obligated to help them. I work for my money.
All coins.
So however I want to spend it, if I tell you I don't have $50 to give you, that doesn't mean I don't have $50. I just don't have $50 to give you. See how that works?
Piss me off because it reminded me of a story. So, my family, right? You know, I got this person in my family that texts me.
For money.
Not for money. The text said, would you like to treat?
Treat me, give me, but go ahead.
The text said, would you like to treat me and my daughter to dinner tonight? And I was so mad. Mind you, I have previously in the past treated her and her daughter. Just off of merit, I ain't had no problem doing that. But the way I did it, the way I treat her daughters, I don't mind treating them, they kids. You know what I'm saying? You grown her. And I treated her, when I treated her the first time, I wouldn't have mind doing it, but the way she did it was very untactful.
How?
When the check came, they said, are you together or separate? She said, one check and bring it to her. So I was just like, you know, ain't no problem.
Girl, where are my pearls? I need a
clutch.
Oh my.
So, you know what? I paid for it. And I was just like, you know, it is whatever. But, you know, I did think that was so tacky of you. I didn't mind handling dinner. But it's the way you just assumed I was supposed to handle it.
Because guess what? At that moment, and that's why you got such a good heart. God gonna bless you. Because at that moment, even if it was my intentions to pay for the dinner, I was like, oh no, girl, I'm sorry. I thought I was just paying for me, girl.
No, you should feel bad about this. And I want you to feel like the next time you try the next person like that, think twice about it.
And this is another thing I'm saying.
Because I'm mad. And then after that, that's when I got the text. Sometime after that. Would you like to treat me and my... So you invited me out. And then you also invited yourself to my coins.
But this is my thing, though. People have a bad habit of counting other people's money.
Yeah. And that's why
what I do for me and my family has nothing to do with what I can do for you. So even if you in a bind, sis, and you call me and ask me, if I say, listen, and I'm a very kind person. If I got it, you can get it. But if I say no,
why you mad?
Girl,
because you don't have it.
Girl, they be mad and then they be on Facebook. Oh, bitches act like they better than you.
But it ain't. My thing is, people need to stop doing that.
They
and
really
you know
do.
what? And I felt Gabby on that because this is my own family. And sometimes it is hard for me to say no, even when I'm mad about it. So I feel like if that was my mom or somebody, the same things like her parents, two very influential people in her life, I understand why she struggles with that. But it's not fair to her because it's an internal battle that I deal with all the time. And I'm just like, you know what? And it's sad because you're my family and I love you. And I know it's going to be a problem if I do say no.
But this is the thing though too, that we have to watch for. That was one of the reasons, like I told you earlier, like she's that type of sensitive that you wouldn't know. I feel like it could be one of those situations. Like for me, if I get rich, I'm going to tell my mama, I'm going to pay your rent this month.
This month.
I'm going to pay your rent this month or I'm going to pay your rent this year.
Yeah. Or I paid it for the year.
Right.
You good.
So, but some people do things and they don't put limits on it. And then once the person creates an expectation, it's not like they vocalize it. It's a problem. Like, so for instance, I said, Candace, I'm taking care of the rent. I take care of your rent this month. And next month, I'll be like, okay. You be like, girl, somebody paid my rent. I'm like, yeah, girl, I told you I got you. So then I just start paying your rent. And then all of a sudden, I'll be like, girl, I'm getting so tired of paying Candace rent. She's handicapped. So it's like you have to vocalize that. And I think with her, I might not be correct. But based on what I get from her, she's not a person that is completely honest enough with her feelings to say, hey, this is just for a temporary amount of time. I think she did it and now she don't want to do it no more, which is fine. But you have to relay that information. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's just my take on it.
So, yeah, I was real mad about that.
I really wasn't mad about that because I feel like she opened herself up from that to that. Think about this. Think about if she volunteered to pay her parents' rent and maybe she tired of doing it now and the first time they heard about it was in that book.
Ooh, I hope. You know what? She said that her parents said they ain't reading the book because they know they on that bullshit.
But that goes back to me saying, I don't like people that I don't know exactly what you're feeling. So if you paying my rent with a smile every month, and then I read in the book that you saying you don't want to do that shit no more, it's like, well, bitch, why you ain't tell me? I was paying the rent before you started paying it. I'm good. But that's what I'm saying. But no shade, Gabby. I mean, y'all have different lives. My primary point is one that I've clearly vocalized. Gabby is sensitive as fuck. She's so sensitive. Oh, she's so sensitive. I like her too, but she's so sensitive. But my major point was not even about Gabby, but about her mother. Let me tell you why I fuck with Gabby mama. Gabby mama is tactical than a motherfucker. And you read stories about people that stuff that happens to them, they deal with you like, oh, I don't know how they deal with that because they will push me to the edge. Gabby mama is a warrior. Because let me tell you what happened to Gabby mama.
I already know what she gonna say.
Girl, hold on.
Oh, Lord. She wasting wine.
Girl, this is good. This gonna make y'all read the book. Let me tell you what happened to Gabby mother. Gabby mother married Gabby's father. He was from Africa. And at first it was just he needed his green card type stuff. But, you know, eventually once he took her to Africa, she fell in love with the culture. She fell in love with him. They had a good relationship.
It's a beautiful Cinderella story.
Yeah, Cinderella story. They end up falling in love with each other, which, you know, it's a cultural thing. Some people have arranged marriages, and that's a part of their culture. Like, you don't know who your husband going to be. You don't pick him. So it's fine. Whatever. They had his baby. 2 babies, right? And then, you know, he goes back to his country from time to time. And this one particular time, he took the brother to his country. And the brother came back, oh, yeah, we went to this party. They were throwing money, this, that, and the other.
Gabby's brother now.
Gabby's brother says, Daddy took me to this party. They was throwing money, this, that, and the other. A few months later, or a couple years later, something like that, her dad's cousin comes to stay with them with her son. No, she leaves her son, but then eventually brings her son. So now the cousin is staying at the house from Africa. The cousin's name is Tola. So Tola is Gabby's daddy's cousin who's staying in the house with, you know, her mom and her brother. She's sharing a room with Gabby. Girl, come to find out, that's not his motherfucking cousin. That's his wife.
His other wife.
His other wife. So this nigga done brought a woman from Africa, had her fake like that's his cousin, staying in the house with his American wife and they 2 kids, and when this lady go to work, they fucking in the house. She done got pregnant again. But guess what? Baby, I would have been on first 40. Listen to me. If this nigga moved his cousin in my house and I found out
First of all, your cousin can't move in my house.
First of all, your cousin's listen,
no chick
you
can
ain't
move in my
got
house.
no motherfucking cousins.
Let me tell you what right now. No, I don't believe in having other females in the house with your man. That's a setup for some foolishness. I don't care if it's your own sister, your own whatever. Unless it's your mother, like an old elderly person, you can't stay with me, sis.
Listen, let me tell you how mad that thing had me.
She was real mad. She called me, girl, have you read this chapter? I was like, girl, I read it.
This man moved his whole other woman in my house and said this his cousin. Come to find out and Gabby mama didn't even trip. She was like, okay, got something for you. She bided her time. Even after they got divorced, like she left him. She had to move Gabby and her and her her children into a smaller apartment. He living at the house they lived in with now the cousin, which is his wife, and they done had another motherfucking baby.
And they knew children. No, I would have hurt him bad.
Because listen,
I would have hurt the girl.
It ain't even about him no more because now you disrespectful too, Tola. Because you in my house.
You in my house.
Now it's one thing if you a bitch and you don't know he married.
You don't know.
Or even if you know he married, stay on your side of the street.
No,
you still wrong.
The fact that you know, I'm coming for you.
Stay on your side of the street. But bitch, you in my house acting like you his cousin.
I'm hurting both of y'all bad. I'm going to jail.
Gabby's
and I'm going to jail playing because I'm gonna make arrangement for my kids. And matter of fact, I'm not going to jail. Temporary insanity, because that would make me crazy. Literally, you talking about go off the deep end?
Listen, let me tell you what I would have did. And I ain't even gonna tell you what I'm gonna do, just in case it happened to me in the future. Y'all ain't gonna self-incriminate me. But let me tell you something. Don't play. That really bothered me, but it showed me the strength of her mother, and then it made me think about my own mother. My mother and my daddy been together since they was 14 and 15. They just got married. They just got divorced a couple years ago. My daddy got outside children. Guess what? My mama always treated them outside children good. On Christmas, when my daddy was in prison, take the outside children gifts.
Why you don't call them your brothers and sisters?
You right. My sisters. One of my sisters I just met a few years ago, but the youngest sister and her mother was mad disrespectful. Her mother and my mother used to fight, just disrespectful. And I used to be like, I do not understand how my mama can deal with him and deal with her, and but it wasn't for me to understand. And guess what? I ain't gonna never understand.
That's right. A child ain't seeing a child place because.
And I'm grown and I still don't understand.
But you're still a child though. You'll always be her baby.
I am.
Like your kids.
Hey, mama.
Your kids will always be your baby.
Yes.
And it just shows the art of being a woman.
The art and the strength and the grace of some women. Because I don't have that kind of grace and I don't have that type of restraint. Don't play with me like that. You need to get a woman like Gabby Mama if you wanted to do that kind of stuff. Because let me tell you something, baby.
Baby.
Oh. Your mama gonna bury you. Your cousin too.
Oh, I would have hurt. The girl would have been.
They in my house talking about they cousins, talking in Wolof in their language and stuff, and I don't know what's going on.
I would have hurt y'all.
So shout out to Gabby's mother, who also inspired her to be a performer because she was a Subway performer. She would sing. She just talks about her mother and how she uplifts her mother like she's Superwoman. I saw her paying the rent, but she talks about how, you know, her mother quit her job of being a teacher because she felt like she could sing and she made this money and she would go out, and even when they had to move out, like the struggle. But her mother still carried it with grace. So more than Gabby, I could be friends with her Gabby mama. I fucks with Gabby mama.
I'm a religious woman.
Okay.
So I just be like, what God has for you, nobody can take from you.
This is true.
Because you know what? Gabby is like, I don't know how many pounds she is, but there's a lot of them, right? So all I'm going to say is, you's a big girl, right? And you know, kids mean. I know I would have been talking about you was big and you even look wrong my way. Now, I ain't never pick on you if you wasn't messing with me. But if you done put yourself in a rank circle, you liable to get ranked on. You out here laughing at other girls. The bell would have had to ring. That's what would have stopped you. Because I'm going to class.
Because she going to be on time to class.
Yeah, I'm going to class.
I'm going to catch your ass next period, though, at lunch.
I'm going to catch you at lunch.
I'm slapping.
So let me tell you something. What God has for you, nobody else can take. Because you know
Tola
what?
was a psychic and told Tola, which is her cousin that was really her stepmama, told her that she was going to be famous.
Everybody, so many people on different occasions had told her she was going to be famous. And you know what's so crazy about it? Even when you don't believe what God has for you, when your faith is of a mustard seed, other people can see it. Because God has ordained that on your life. And it came to fruition. And I love this story. People try to tell you to dim your light. No. Put your shades on. I'm not dimming my light. Or turn and walk away.
But I wouldn't walk away. You might want to get on the train. You might want to. Hop on board.
Hop on board.
Get on the caboose though and bike.
In a bike.
In the bike.
She's stupid. Look, get on the bike, okay? Because you see I'm China girl. Don't get in the subway and burn.
Get in the bike. Get in the bike. So we encourage y'all to read Gabby's story. It's a great story, and it is entertaining. I would encourage you to read the book.
Entertaining, uplifting, powerful.
Don't get the audio, because Gabby's voice is
Get the audio.
Girl, let me get y'all a snippet of Gabby's voice.
Even your best friends hate you, and you hate them just as much.
No.
You only hang out with them because junior high is easier in packs, but it's still horrible. Not only do kids not give a fuck about your feelings, they actually want to hurt you. My junior high was like a Vietnam minefield. I would pray every day that God would make me less sensitive.
Okay, I can't.
I knew that
See the voice?
There was absolutely.
But see, that go back to that sensitivity. You see what she said in that first clip? Your friends hate you and you hate them too. No, bitch. That's that sneaky diss. And I don't like people that close to me that I don't know if they really like me or not. Or they don't like me, but we just hanging together because we don't want to be alone. That's why I said Gabby couldn't be my friend. Because I would never know if she really likes me. I don't like people I got to guess about. Candace, do you like me? No! She does. Nah! Yeah. So